Welcome everyone, I'm Jake and this is Rave Vinyl Reminiscence, the channel where I share my passion for hardcore from around 91 to 95. This is part 2 of a 5-part mini-series where I take a random selection from the vinyl vaults for each year from 91 to 95, do a bit of a talk through and a little bit of a mix up. In the last episode we had 8 killer tracks from 1991, and in this video we're going to be doing the same moving forwards, taking a short journey through the nostalgic corridors of 1992. Here we are. How you doing, friends? Here once again to share some of this awesome music with you, and what a true privilege it is to be able to do that. I've opened up the 92 vaults this time, and just like last time, picked the first 8 tunes I came to. The only exceptions made in that random selection was that I skipped any tunes that have already featured in previous episodes, or any that I've got specifically planned for future episodes. So that gave us a selection of 8 random tunes from 1992 to put together a tasty little medley. Now I have to share this with you because this whole process is completely counterintuitive to how my brain works. I was having a conversation recently with another DJ and we were just kind of talking about how different everyone is and different ways in which they select tunes. And I was laughing because they were saying to me, like, the way they prefer to do it is just to literally go completely rogue, like to pull out whatever tune comes up or whatever one takes their fancy at the time. For me, that is just not how my brain works. Going back, if I had a set coming up, I would literally obsess over it, so I'd have to choose the tunes specifically for the way they mix together. I'd be making all these meticulous little notes about each mix, like bring it in after the 16th bar or at the end of that vocal and mix it in so it drops down at this particular point and cut it out here, and pretty heavily plan it. Now I'm not saying that that's the better way to do it, far from it in fact, because arguably I would have enjoyed myself a lot more if I'd have just kind of chilled out a little bit. But doing this has really forced me to break free from at least one aspect of that, and that is putting together a little mini set from whatever tunes actually come out of the bag. Now for many of you that would be kind of the way you do things as normal, but for me it was a little bit different and I've enjoyed it. I'll tell you what I felt a little bit like I was on that, do you remember that TV programme, those of you, again maybe it was only in the UK, but Ready Steady Cook? That whole show was about like whatever food there was in the cupboard, you had to put together a meal based on what you had. So anyway, 1992. I was 18 years old. I've been at sixth form for 2 years. Apart from motorbikes, it was all about raves back then. Listening to rave music, going to raves, talking about raves. It was like an identity almost back then. If someone introduced themselves to me, they'd be like, "Hello, I'm John." I'd be like, "I'm a raver." I was 6 foot tall, but had the frame of a sparrow. Generally the result of dancing non-stop for 8 hours regularly with a turbocharged metabolism. The whole rave movement had intervened on some lifelong plans, you know. I'd already ballsed up my A-levels by that point. Maybe I don't need to be an airline pilot after all. Perhaps I can just kind of dance around off my nut and listen to records and ride motorbikes for a living. A plan my dad pretty quickly quashed at the end of 1992 by executing the old get a job or get out technique. But by 1992, the whole rave movement was in full effect. There was an absolute abundance of quality clubs and big events, as much as the little money you had back then could get you to. I want to go back to 1992. That's something I've seen written quite a lot in the comments. Only I want to go back with more money and with the wisdom I've got at nearly 50. So, time for some music. Let's celebrate this year. I'm going to share these 8 tracks with you in the same format as I did in the last episode. We'll explore each track. I'll put them together with a simple mix. Just like last time, I won't reveal what the next tune is until the mix is through and we've switched over. That way those of you who want to make a game of it can try and guess what the next tune is coming up by the label or by some of the intro beats. And just to add, at the end of this 5-part series I'll be uploading the full edits of these sets. So if you've enjoyed them and you've enjoyed the tunes and the mixes, you can listen to them in their entirety. So let's get to these 8 tunes. Which one did I choose to start with? Well, there was only one, really. It had to be this one. I remember this going back on a mixtape. It wasn't from a famous DJ, it was a local DJ, great mixer. It was probably the first mixtape that became one of those ones where you just listen to it over and over and over again. So this tune is really ingrained in me, so many emotions from the time. It's an absolute belter. It is the Clepto-Maniacs and the tune is Positive Feedback.
Remember, this is a stupid
So this tune has everything you could want from an opening track. That nice little opening and that gradual build up of momentum, and then we hit this. Bass. So many good sections in this track. Next we come to this kind of Benny Hill-esque manic piano section. So this tune has been mentioned a number of times in the comments, and every time I've seen it I'm like, yeah, that tune is coming at some point in a video. This next section is like taking a psychedelic flight around the church hall with the organ playing. Okay, so we're ready for the first mix. I've got the next track set up and I've chosen the return of that lovely crazy piano section to lob this next tune straight in. So for anyone who knows it, very recognisable vocals coming in there. That tune is Citadel of Chaos, and it's Ronnie's Revenge. Huge rave track with loads of nice, exciting different sections in it. It opens straight into that broad section after the intro there, and then we cut down into this. Now those of you who've been with me for a while now will know that I'm not always up to speed with the exact right terminology, but the drums and the bass on this track are so powerful. Let me know in the comments if there's an actual right term for it, but each one is like an explosion. Listen to this, man, the driving power of it. tune just smashes through, and then we hit this section, and this is the real money shot of the track. This piano breakdown here, it layers up bit by bit. So first of all, you've got the piano comes in, then the vocal starts, and the second round of vocals, this synth just literally opens the whole place up. It's a very, very spiritual feeling if you just close your eyes and listen to this as it unravels. It's the spot, doesn't it? Right, next mix. When I pulled this next tune out, I was chuffed because I love this. Some of you who know your vinyl, as soon as you see it laid down on the deck, you're going to know what it is. There's not a lot to play with. It's a very, very short lead in, but when it does come in, it's instantly recognisable. Psychic on Hamster Records, Upside. What a tune. So the reason why I was so happy when this came out of the box is because this is just one of them tunes that to me is an absolute soundtrack of 1992. I heard it so much out at clubs, it was on a number of mixtapes that we played all the time. Love this. Check out the piano. So this tune takes us through various different chapters, dropping down here and then rolling forwards with this vocal section. And then we have this really high energy kind of skipping nasally section. So before we mix this tune out, let's just appreciate once more that signature sound section which comes out again a little bit later in the track. I remember back in the 90s really wanting this tune and not being able to get hold of it. The closest I could get was the Counterattack EP on Hectic Records, which has some similar kind of sampling in it, but has a bit more of a 94, slightly cheesier edge anyway. It's not quite as sophisticated as this. This is quality. Okay, so it's time for the next mix. Now without a shadow of a doubt, a lot of you, as soon as you see it on the decks, are going to know what this is. This was played out all the time in 1992, so most of you, as you start to hear it mix in, will get it. I've picked a place here just as the piano's dropped down on side kick to throw it in, and I like the way that the vocals bounce off of each other.
Let me see if you can dance.
That tune, as you've seen, as you know, is DJ Edge, Edge 1, Compnded. Spelt very, very strange, it's always confused me that. Played out all the time, as I said, in 1992. If you went out to a club in 92 raving, you heard this being played by most DJs. This is the drop that everyone was waiting for. Everyone knows that tune, don't they? I was thinking when I was listening to it again, first time in a long time, it's something they call sensory adaptation, which is like when you have too much of something that you absolutely love, you start to take it for granted, don't you? Like the 20th mouthful of ice cream never tastes as good as the first one. And this tune is one of those things. Like, we heard it so much, it's really easy to stop appreciating what an immense track it actually is. This section here, I love what he did with this blame sound. A bit later with the track, we've got this slightly nutty section, which for me, with all the strobes and the lasers in the club, just suddenly felt like everything was sort of bouncing and rattling around in weird directions. Okay, so it's time for the next track, and this one is nice. I first heard this tune not that long ago actually on a Kenny Ken mixtape, and as soon as I had it mix in, I was like, whoa, what is that? I sent an audio clip of it out to a few people I thought might know, and finally managed to track it down. Actually, since I've been sent an audio clip of this for the tune ID, and I responded by saying, it's coming in the next episode. This is an absolutely killer tune. So as Edge 1 gives us a little run to play with, I'm going to throw it in.
I think it's time to make the floor burn.
what a track. Nexus and Blowback, the Cat's Whiskers EP, and that is totally cabbaged. This is just a down the line, straight in your face powerhouse of a rave tune. I do own the remix to this as well, which is on F Project. That's a quality track as well, and will be coming in a later episode. But the moment I heard this, I was like, how have I missed this? I have to own it. It drops down in a sec now, and then just lets you have it again.
I think it's time to make the floor burn.
Now the tune totally switches vibes and bursts open into this. So there you go. It's quite an unpredictable tune really. That part taken in isolation, you wouldn't necessarily marry it with the harder edge of the tune up to that point. So now we return to that repeated reckless vocal sample. Now talking of unpredictable, is one of them examples of like maybe back in your bedroom in a day you're mixing with this music and your dad being like the older generation, oh, I don't make music like they used to, this music's really childish. You'd be like, no, Dad, shut up, and then the tune would let you down with something like this.
Oh, hello, welcome to Rainbow.
Now if you don't know that tune, I'm not arsing around, that is actually part of it. All well and good back in the 90s when you pay good money to be freaked out, but I tend to mix out before that bit comes in, which is what I'm going to do here. So next tune comes up, a quality tune coming in now, and I took the opportunity to go for a relatively simple mix but play with the stabs because I thought they worked quite well.
Feel the vibe. Feel the bass. Come on. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe. Feel the vibe.
Foul Play Volume 2, and this tune is Feel the Vibe again. What a release this is, man. For me personally, 3 out of the 4 tunes on this are quality. This next section now with the kind of spacey synths and the stuttered, gatey vocals is amazing. Now much as I love that section, this next bit, man, does it for me. The tune backs off and then we have this absolutely killer drop. Okay, so it's time for the next tune, and this mix I really enjoyed. As soon as I pulled this other track out, I was like, yeah, that's quality to mix with actually. And then I started to play with it with the foul play track, and I was like, ooh. So I'm going to use that drop that I said I love, which comes up a little bit later again towards the back end of the tune. And then we're going to throw this next track in, which a lot of you will know straight away. But this one was just a bit of a goosebumper for me. Sometimes the mix goes and it's just like these tunes just work amazing. It's just good fun.
Feel the vibe. Feel the bass. Come on. Feel the vibe. Come on.
Enjoyed that. Awesome 3, Don't Go, and this is the Kicks Like a Mule mix. Quality tune. I was very happy actually at the rave story the other week, which by the way, if you get an opportunity to go to the next one, highly recommend it. But Billy Daniel Bunter played this tune in his set, so I got to stand right by the speaker and absolutely mulling my ear rolls listening to it. It's got that huge piano break in it, and the drums in this are quality. There's so much going on. So before we leave this tune onto the last track, let's just celebrate once more that beautiful piano, which in this section is laid up with a second piano just to add to the vibe. Guarantee big smiles across the dance floor this tune every single time. So that brings us to the final track of the 8, and it's very worthy of the last track playout trophy. What clues can I give you to what this tune is before I play it? Well, it's on a white label with a stamp on it. It has one of definitely my top 10 ever favourite tunes on it, as well as this track. It starts with a vocal sample from 3 is the Magic Number from De La Soul. It has another sample in it, and this will give it away for some people, from a-ha's Take On Me. And it also has a beautiful reverb piano section that is just to die for. So before I leave you with that, I just want to express my gratitude once again for the wonderful positivity and the respect and the love in the comments and from the emails that I've been receiving. It's such an indication of what I genuinely think to be true about the world, which is, I don't watch the news. Most people out there are just kind, loving people who want to look out for each other and have a good life. We ain't here for long, are we? What better to do with that time than to support each other, share our passions and listen to some kick-ass music. And I intend to bring some more of that to you right here as we move forwards. So I'll leave you with Yolk's Bish, Bosh, the original mix. Loads of love to you, and I'll see you soon.
Everybody wants to be a DJ. Everybody wants to be a DJ. Everybody wants to be a DJ. Everybody. Everybody wants to be a DJ. Everybody wants to be a DJ. Everybody.